My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is September 1st, 2024. It is 12:15 p.m. This is the video that I worked on last night. I was looking online to see what to share with you. And these are some, these are some tweets that I came across, and some of them were old. I think this one, the second one, is new. Some of them were old and some are new that I added on the list because I was looking for things to share with you. I can't find any, so I add some to whatever I had left. And if I don't think I'm gonna have time, but I have some old tweets that I need to go back to, but by now they are irrelevant, so I probably will not go over them. This video, it will be on APTS Sussex. So let's go on APTS Sussex to check it out. And if you guys are not subscribed to our Port of Pew service, I really recommend you guys check it out, because this is where I try my best to put things about Harry's work. And if like right now it's demonetized, so some of the things that I did when he was in New York, I put them on PYTE because there were a lot of content and I was spending a lot of time there on those videos. So, you know, I might as well make a penny off of it, which is not much. So this one is demonetized, but all of his work and project that he's working on, this is the channel I like to put them on, but YouTube demonetized it. So I shift them to PYTE. Alright, so let's go on APTS Sussex. Okay, so this is APTS Sussex. These are some old videos I schedule. So, you know, there are days when I don't feel like recording. I could just relax. But at the same time, you guys could still have something to watch. So this is old. Let's look at the numbers. 4,436. It went back down again. It keeps on going up between 4,440 and now it's back down to 4,436. So estimate revenue $72.15. Analytics 1,319 views in the last 48 hours. So let's go on Twitter. So earlier I was seeing that Prince of Heart was trending. I didn't know why. So I click on it and I'm seeing stuff about, you know, there's the well child. Some of them let me pause it so I don't get flagged for it, about Harry and things like that. And before that, and I was seeing stuff about the other brother. So I try to ignore them. I really don't want to deal with it. But I have this on the list and I'll go over it. These are some extra. I had this in one of my videos on PYTE. I literally just cut it out of that video because YouTube had blacked the entire video. So I remove it completely. Alright, so let's start with my first tweet. Alright, this one I share with you on my community board, I think yesterday. By the time you see this, it's irrelevant. So I post that on my community board. You know, when it's the UK, you can never trust what they write unless if Harry or the person who involved in the story come out and said themselves. All right, but the squad, what happened with this, I think the reason I put it is because the squad, you know, start making it into a conversation piece, but they don't believe it though. Okay, they don't believe it, but they make it into, you know, what if this, what if that, and things like that. Okay, so let's get started. I mean, I will gag so hard if Earl Spencer pretty much gave them a wang to themselves if they were to visit as a family, lol. You just never know. Because there are times Harry's over there in the UK, we don't even know. It's after the fact we know he was there. So you just never know. But Harry, I think he's comfortable and he's happy where he's at right now in the US. And until things change. So right now he doesn't feel, I think his eyes are open and he's fully aware of the situation. Before he was in a bubble. He didn't see the things that he now see. Now that he finds somebody he truly loves and things like that, and he could put himself in a certain perspective so he could see certain things. But when you in it, sometimes it's hard to see what you're dealing with. So he had stepped out of it and looking at it from afar, and he realized some of the BS that's been happening. So now there's no way he's gonna go back. I'm not talking about his Spencer family side of the family. I'm talking in general, the institution and the country in a way, until certain things change, because he's not comfortable. Okay, he always have to watch his back and things like that. So I don't know. Then again, I've been saying a lot of things. I've been wrong. Okay, this is why I put this is my opinion on the corner of my channel. This is just my opinion, but you just never know. Harry is a very intelligent, tough, well-minded individual. He reads the room. Okay, this is someone who joined the army. He could see certain things that my eyes probably will never see. But in the outskirts of things, the things that many black and brown people have experienced, he could understand it now in a different lens. Okay? I don't know if I make sense. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle being offered use of Diana, Princess of Wales' childhood home will be so fitting. Harry is Diana's heir and Meghan is her true successor. I mean, good King Harry, Princess Meghan, Princess Diana. All right. Is it secure? That's the squad. They start bringing their shade. Okay, let's pause this. Interesting to see this, although the source Sky Australia is suspicion, because I have a random petty thought yesterday of Harry and Meghan having to attend some event in future where a tiara was required and the Spencers loaned her the one Diana wore for her wedding. I think she's making reference when she was getting married and the Spencer family offered Meghan to wear Princess Diana tiara. And as soon as that was offered to her, all of a sudden, the Queen suggested that she choose from her collection. And I've spoke about this. For those who are new, one of the suspicion that I had about that, because remember, the royal family always want to know in advance. Okay? So in order for them to know what was happening in the household of the Sussexes, at that time, Harry and Meghan, they pretend they're offering her, Meghan, a help. And that helper, how did they call them? They give them a fancy name, but pretty much is like a maid. But that person is William's godmother. So this is my pure speculation. She was the eye and ear of what was happening with Meghan. Anything that she feel like the royal family should know, as Harry and Meghan were talking, so she overheard, she heard, even if they were talking in front of her, she report to the royal family or whoever wanted her to, eavesdrop for them. So when the Spencer family offered Meghan the tiara, she quickly reported to the other one, to the other side. Now, because they did not want anything associated with Diana, with the wedding, because they're trying to bury her name completely, erase Princess Diana's name completely. So they felt like, okay, let's offer her one of the Queen's collection. But the Queen, there were some issues. They didn't want her to take this. It's a whole bunch of mess. But at the end of the day, some people said, okay, maybe she should have taken Princess Diana's tiara and all of that. Yes, she could have. But when you look at, I think she made the best decision only because of the situation. The queen, you know, there's Meghan who said no to the queen and things like that. She was, knowing what we know now, with all this debacle that was going on with the father, with her side of the family, with the royal family, they were setting her up to not get married because that's what the father said.
That may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
The whole plan was to mess up the wedding. So all of this was going on. Keep that in mind as, you know, you understand why I say she made the best decision. And imagine if she were to say no to the queen about choosing one of the queen's tiara, you know, that will create another layer of unnecessary debacle. So she chose one of the queen's tiaras. Now, the way that I took it, because when you read about it, I think in Spare or someplace where they said they took hours, they spent so much time designing Meghan's veil around Princess Diana. So the sentiment, the feeling of including Princess Diana and to incorporate her into the wedding was already there. The sentiment, the feeling, the thought of her being present with them, you know, remember Princess Diana, the Queen of Hearts. So she was already incorporated into the wedding because the veil, Meghan's veil, was designed around Princess Diana's tiara. So just last minute, and then they decided to take the Queen's tiara. You know, it's just an object, but without any sentiment. The sentiment of Princess Diana's tiara was already implemented into the veil. This is the way I've always seen it, and I've repeated so many times. That's the way that I see it. Okay, so they placed the godmother, William's godmother, to be eyes and ears within the Sussexes so they could report over there. Other than that, how did the other side know? How did they know that Meghan was going to wear Princess Diana's tiara? Someone had to mention it to her or to the queen. Okay, and then they make that another level of unnecessary debacle where they didn't want her to wear, you know, with the jewelries and all of that. It's nonsense after nonsense. Okay, let me read some more. I took too much time on this. I think Earl Spencer loves doing things that annoy Charles, like when he turns up at the Invictus service for Harry. Maybe, maybe not, but I think he wanted to really support Harry. Maybe. Okay, I'm not saying that is why he did just that. It must have been an added bonus. I believe Meghan will go to the UK to have Christmas with the Spencers. They are a real family to her and the kids. I don't know. I don't think Harry already said he's not gonna bring her to the UK because of the level of threat. What's the point? I don't know. You never know. Maybe. Okay, this will be the tiara situation to the power 100. There's the laugh here. I'm telling you, the squad took that Sky News thing. Did I read it? To another level. Let me read what it says here. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have reportedly been offered use of Princess Diana's childhood home, Althorpe, as a temporary new UK base following the eviction from Frogmore Cottage. I don't know when this was written. Okay, I don't know if it was after Harry's visit to New York or World Child or something. I do not know, but whatever it is, the squad turned it to another conversation. All right, let's read bottom up. I guess they will one day, but we will never know about it. Team Sussex Spencer has no leaks. That's right. That's right. How would they know that? Okay, that would be amazing. The royal family will throw a hissy fit, but so what? I'm telling you, at this point, they just want to annoy the royal family. Oh, gee. Willy Wonka will have an aneurysm. The phrase, the Windsors become apoplectic with rage, comes to mind. There are multiple homes on the property. To be honest, I can see this happening. It's a private estate, and Harry and Meghan and the kids could come and go as they please. I don't know. Alright, so let's leave that alone. Let's go to the next tweet. I believe now this is one of the tweets that I grabbed that has to do with was it Prince of Hot. Alright, so it popped up. I had this on the list since yesterday. So when I saw it within the hashtag that was going viral, that was trending on Twitter, and it was part of it, so I just leave it. I didn't add anymore. So a lot of people are talking about Prince of Hot, and the other brother is somewhere doing some stuff, I don't know, with what's the Beckham or something like that. I don't even bother want to talk about it, but there is, I'm bringing it. Okay, I knew that headline was going to get some people riled up. Surprise, Prince of Hot lasted a whole 2 hours. When I first saw this, and I was like, wow, the squad are keeping tab up. So they took a screenshot of it, and then soon, you know, they changed it. Wow. Every single time they let it be known that they are under palace orders. It appears someone wasn't happy with Harry being called Prince of Hot by the Daily Mail of all publication. It only lasted 2 hours. It was changed to Star Shines for Harry. There's the laugh here. At this point, it's just... Okay, where is it? It's just laughable. Okay, so this is what they had first. Prince Harry meets with ill children at Well Child Award. Duke is filmed chatting with youngsters as he makes rare visit to the UK without Meghan while King is in Scotland. Prince of Hot. There's the headline here. Okay, Prince Harry chat with Beverly Knight. Oh, they changed that. Oh. I did see the center image change, but I didn't know they changed the wording from children to Beverly Hot. Oh my God. And Oti Mabuse in the VIP room after meeting ill children at Well Child Award as Duke makes rare visit to the UK without Meghan while King is in Scotland. So they changed the children to that. It's really ridiculous to see. This is the level of things that they're thinking about. This is what keeps them up at night. Little things like this. Headlines. But whatever. At least both are true though. Let's just say both are true. But they're wasting people's time. He's doing more than you are. Okay, this is someone that I black. He's doing more than you are, and the rest of them put together. Okay, the headline were for two different things, so they were different. I guess you can share the links to both of them still active. Okay, so I don't know. I don't follow. I don't know what your posts mean. And I certainly don't read the Daily Mail. The first headline and the picture refer to the Duke meeting children. The second to his meeting celebrities. I don't know why there isn't an issue. She literally so why is the last sentence stay the same? Whatever. We could argue for all we want. Okay. Where have I declared my love for it? Okay. I don't know. I guess Willie Leaks was incandescent with rage. Okay, predictable. Prince William Parker Bowles must have called his mommy crying about this, and Camilla contacted the editor and demanded a change. I do not know. Let's leave that alone. Okay, so now we go into GBNews. What is that? Probably one of my old tweets. This is why it was a mistake to give the UK the bid for IG-27. The terrorism directed at Meghan from the British press is to either have her, there's the word here, herself, or someone else, there's the word here, her. I am furious at the outcome, and I can't imagine Harry is thrilled either. Don't come for me. I don't know who at Invictus make the decision. If Harry is part of the decision makers, let me see if Google will tell me that. Let me see. Okay, so I don't know who decides to make the decision which country can host the game. Okay, so this is why I went to Google. Maybe this could be it, or this may not be it. As a matter of fact, this first one did not really give me any real reason or answer, I should say, real answer. I opened another tab to go further. So this is the first thing that I did here. Who at Invictus decided which country can host the games? Okay, the Invictus Game Foundation selects the host city for the Invictus Game. Okay, the IGF is the governing body for the games and is responsible for many aspects of competition, including selecting host cities. The IGF select host cities through a bidding process. Okay, so once the bidding process go, who within the Invictus said, okay, either New York, Netherlands, or Germany gets it, or something like that. Okay, managing the competition. The IGF manages the competition, including sports, rules, categorization, and branding. Providing guidance. The IGF provide guidance to the organizing committee and the lead up to the game. Okay, but this one did not give me the answer. To a certain degree, yes, it did give me the answer as who selecting the host city is the governing body. So now the thing I wanted to know, who within the governing body, okay, that make the decision. And this is where my next tweet or my next tab from Google, I look a little bit further. Okay, so it did, the governing body of IGF, the Invictus Game Foundation. So the governing body. Okay, so I guess it did answer it to a certain extent. I think I was looking more for names or something. I don't remember my thinking process for thinking. I didn't get the answer, but it's pretty much is here. Selecting host cities is the IGF select host cities to a bidding process by the governing body of Invictus Games Foundation, IGF. All right, so I open another tab. Okay, so I said here, who at the Invictus Game Foundation are the decision makers? So I sort of narrow it a little bit further. Okay, the Invictus Game Foundation is chaired by Lord Allen of Kensington, alongside our Board of Trustees and the Duke of Sussex as patron. The Duke of Sussex patron, Lord Charles Allen of Kensington CBE chairman, Melanie Richard CBE trustee, Paddy Nicol trustee, Karen Briggs trustee, JJ Chalmer trustee. Okay, so these are the list. I'm assuming maybe, okay, purely my humble opinion, until one day one of them come out and say, this is purely my humble opinion. Each one of them, okay, they discuss the city. Okay, whoever put their hat, whichever country or city put their hat into hosting the game. So as a group, they discuss it, the pros and cons of each of the respective cities. And then they go secretly by themselves, I don't know, on a piece of paper, and then they write the city that will host the game, and then the city that has the most vote within the trustees, these names, let's say Harry chose Dusseldorf, and let's say Lord Charles Allen pick I don't know, North Korea, no, let's say South Korea, and several other people chose South Korea, but it's only Harry who chose I don't know, what did I say, Netherlands. Okay, so because it's only Harry versus all the others who choose South Korea, so therefore the game will go to South Korea. You know, like a vote or a election. That's the way that I see it. I do not know. I'm not saying this is the way it goes, but that's just my humble opinion. Now, why did I bring this? Okay. Oh, regarding IG going to Birmingham. Now, this, I sort of discussed it in one of my videos. If you go on our Port of Pure Service, actually Pure YTE, because at that time, our Port of Pure Service channel was not existed. And it's Pure YTE, the Netherlands Invictus, 2022 Netherlands Invictus. And one of the videos that I have when Netherlands was the host country, I remember talking about the UK not really showing any sort of support. Okay, I literally brought it up. I have a video where I don't know if the entire video is about that or some portion of it brought it up. Okay, but the follow, I think it was at the end, after everything was said and done, the games was almost done. I think it was the last day of the game. Someone from the defense something of the UK, I saw the video where they congratulate the players and all of that. And I remember saying, I'm paraphrasing now, where was he during when the players were actually playing and competing? Where was his support at the time, not after the fact? Okay, we didn't see that. It was after the fact. Then comes the following year, which was last year of Düsseldorf, and I started seeing more. Leading up to the game, I'm seeing videos and I brought it up. And then somewhere in the middle, I come across a video where they're spending, it's literally, I have it on the video on our part of your service. The guy is making the bidding of several, I forgot the amount, but it was a good chunk of money. Okay. And I was like, what in the name? Out of nowhere, you could see the luring, the steps to pretend that they're supporting the Invictus in a way, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're gonna spend that much money to host it. Meanwhile, there's Commonwealth game. I don't know. I don't remember which country wanted to host it, and now they said forget it. And I believe now is which country? It's somewhere in the UK. Is it Birmingham too? I don't remember which city wants to host the Commonwealth. And I talk about it as well in another video where they're scaling it down. They're not going to show all of the games because they're trying to save money or whatever. But for the Invictus, this was a ploy. I saw the steps were happening one by one. And I just can't believe it. They give it to them. But then again, the people, the trustees that I was looking here, they pretty much are Brits. So what can I say? They go for their country. What is it? Is it Washington? Which was the other city? They were now to two. Was it Washington and Birmingham? Okay, and they give it to Birmingham. Oh well, so that's that. Back to this. Okay, I went too long with this. The terrorism directed at Meghan. Don't come for me. Okay, I won't mind Harry staying without Meghan. She's the toxic. I mean, for someone to have the audacity to write something like this when Meghan literally shut her mouth minding her own business, and you're calling someone who's minding her own business the toxic one. The mindset over there, I do not understand it. I do not understand it. The audacity, the unhinged of putting any BS on the paper. I do not understand this. There's no respect. There's no understanding of nothing over there. I really don't understand it. And then people who have a platform over there. I'm not talking about the little people. In one of the videos that I did this morning, as a matter of fact, it's on our part of Pure Service because I remember editing it this morning. So the little people are talking or speaking, and they're saying certain group are not talking on behalf of me or something like that. But the people who have a platform, who you thought were somewhat well-minded, where are they to say enough of this BS? Because the toxic papers are completely unhinged. They do not care. They put anything that they want about anybody. How? Oh my God. Okay, political commentator Chloe Dabbs on reports Boris Johnson tried to convince Prince Harry to stay in the UK. I don't know. If they think he's telling false, they could sue him. The papers, the court is there for everybody. Okay, Meghan has to avoid other events Harry has gone back for due to security. She can't even be there for him at the 10th anniversary service. Then to have IG in the UK for over a week. And let's be crystal clear, nothing is going to change in the next 3 years. Nothing. Yeah. Okay, I always felt South Korea should have gotten the bid. Alright. Okay, I'm certain she won't show up for most of it. She'll likely only show up for the closing ceremony. I don't even think she will show up for anything. And even that is a push. Harry rightly doesn't want her in the UK just as much as she'll like to avoid it. The only thing that popped up in my mind is, let's say for instance, okay, knock on wood, come next month, November 5th, and Harris Waltz win the presidency. Okay, Kamala Harris won. Let's say they want to send a delegation, because when you look at the delegation of the US going to Düsseldorf for the US, it was massive. The only thing I will say, I will suggest, if the US as a country, the Kamala administration uses Meghan as one of the delegation to rile up the US participant, this is the only way I could say. This is the only way. Because if she's going with Harry, Harry doesn't have enough capacity to provide that security that Meghan needs. But if the Harris Waltz administration uses her along, just go back to our Port of View service. It was massive. The delegation that the US sent to Düsseldorf to represent the participant, it was high name, big names. This is the only way I could see it. But Harry, no. Harry does not have the how will I say that, the capacity to provide that kind of security that she needs. That's the only way I will see it. Okay, I'm certain she won't show up for most of it. She'll likely only show up for the closing ceremony, and even that is a push. Harry rightly doesn't want her in the UK just as much as she like to avoid it. Okay, Meghan has friends in the UK. She loves going there. Used to travel to London all the time. I think Meghan is generally scared for her life in the UK and has PTSD. Maybe Harry has a bit of that too. So for IG to go to the UK is, yeah. I was surprised too. I mean, what I just said here is a huge long shot, but I don't think so. She might even turn it down and said no, she's not going. Or even Harry, he might just show up on a jumbotron. I don't know, maybe on the closing ceremony and just show up, but he will not be as freely walking around. Then again, let's leave that to Harry and God. Okay, yeah, I was disappointed, but I think she will just video call into the athletes and such. Yeah, that's probably another one too. She certainly won't be bringing the kids. Nah. Okay, and if the BP wine, okay, Buckingham Palace wine, well, it's your fault. I'm in the UK, and as much as I love Meghan, I hope she stays safe in her home rather than come for IG. There's the heart here. Right, after this, that's it. Okay, dabs and policy. Okay, I don't want to read that. The word, the name calling. Okay, I'm done with that. Let's go to the next one. This one is someone who sent it to me a while ago, maybe 2 days ago. Is that? No, that's not it. Any 1 year there were 246,000 negative articles written about Meghan. What the hell is wrong with the British press? Just like what I was saying a few minutes ago. Better question is, what the hell is wrong with the royal family? Everything. Okay, are you surprised? This is the battle between light and darkness. However, when light appears, darkness disappears. That's a good way of putting it. The world will be forgotten if they thought Great Britain did not have a press regulator. Well, they do, and it's just as crooked. Explain why journalists... Oh, it was this one. It was that one. Someone sent me that. Okay, I completely forgot. Well, they do, and it's just as crooked. Explain why journalists are one of the last trusted profession. I mean, they make it that way. Look at the group that's coming now, okay, into politics in the US, and it's been in the UK quite some time. It was under the rug, but now it's, you know, you could see it. But it is what it is. Right? People just need to pay attention. Look at this. As a matter of fact, this afternoon, there's going to be a debate between Tim Walz and JD Vance, the two VPs running for the position. Now, they said there won't be any fact check because they were upset because which station was narrating the Trump and Kamala's thing? Is it ABC? I think it was ABC. They fact checked Trump for saying some BS about eating the dogs, eating the cat, and all of that. So he was pissed. He's not doing another a third round because he did one with Biden. The second one was with Kamala. The third one would have been with Kamala again because he lost and they fact checked him. He said he's not doing anymore. Now the one with the VPs, they said there won't be any fact check. It relies to both, participant to be aware what's truth and what's not truth. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know when decency will come again because many of us let our guard down for too long. We see idiot doing something and we're they're just messing around. But they were dead serious. When they were doing their stupidity, they were dead serious. What's his name? Trump, who's doing all this stupidity. He's dead serious with everything that he's saying. But some people, let's just say now majority of people see the light. Okay, let's just say that. All right, so let's see. This is the one where she sent it to me because I keep on saying in many other videos that evil originate in the UK. And each time I'm seeing certain things coming out of the UK, it's like it's proving me right again. So let's see here. That they have nothing back home to write about and that they are proven stalker as per the DSM. What DSM stands for? Domestic violence, understanding the connection. Alright, what is this? Over half of stalking offenders are current or former intimate partners. Okay, I remember talking about something close to that. That was during Euro 2020. I don't know why I brought it up. I really don't know. But I was talking about certain statistics when there's a football match that is being played, if the UK is part of it. I'll show you the one that I use on that particular video that I'm making reference to. I don't remember the numbers. If the UK wins, still the woman will still get, assaulted. But if they lose, the number goes much higher. And these people, they take their rage out on their partners. Okay, so I'm assuming this is why she's one of the squaddies tagged me on this. Okay, let's see here. These are some of the numbers. 52.5% current or former intimate partners, 31.5% acquaintances, 16% strangers, 9% family members, 2.5% of authority. All stalkers can be dangerous, but intimate partner stalkers on average pose the greatest threat to their victims. Okay, I'll try to enlarge it when I'm talking about it. You guys could pause, freeze your screen, and you could read those numbers a little bit more. Okay, it's gonna take me forever to go to it. All right, so that's that. Let's leave that alone. Next tweet. This one I saw a while ago. Oh, someone just sent me something. After this tweet, I'll pause and see if it's something to share with you. Alright, so someone posted this. William and Kate's donation fed about 80 people. On their income, their donation was the equivalent of an average earner donating £3. Of course, ideally, we'll have no food banks, no billionaires, and no royals. Okay, so he retweeted that. I respond somewhere. I don't know where I put my response. So let's go into that. The BBC News UK. Okay, Taylor Swift food bank donation feeds more than 900. Okay. Oh, so there's my response here. Right, so someone said here, she does it for the tax write-off and PR. And there's me putting this here. Okay, what do you say about this? Imagine that. This is what you call a person who is thankful and grateful to the little people who made her success possible. All right, so I spoke about it in one of my videos. I don't remember which channel. Where Taylor Swift literally donate money to the crew. There was a tour that she did. Once the tour was over, she gave bonuses to everyone that was helping, from the truck driver to people who's doing stage thing. Every single one of them get some bonuses, and it ended up to be 55 million. Okay, so how do you get tax write-off from this? Oh my goodness. She's worth over $1 billion. She could put a serious dent in the world hunger. Are we meant to be impressed that she fed 900? Well, what about your royals? They keep on taking money non-stop. Okay, doing absolutely nothing, because that was the perception they give the world. That's what I thought when I first looking into it. They're doing things for charities. They're getting, I don't know. From what I've been seeing, they're not doing a damn thing. The two people who were helping the charities, they kicked them out. But imagine if it was William who was doing that much that Taylor Swift was doing with her own money. She worked her butt off for it. If William was the one who was doing it, we will not stop hearing non-stop about his donation. How much he did. This guy do absolutely nothing. He wants applause. Oh my God. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. I didn't even go to all of the comments. I just read mine and whatever that was below it. Next tweet. Now this one is slightly a little bit serious. Okay, it's daily. Oh, what the hell? I did say I wanted to see the message that the person sent me. Let me see what it is. Okay, it's about Invictus, so that will be on our Port of Pew service. So let's leave that alone. Let me go look. Let me continue with my list. Be on the lookout for this. That will be on our Port of Pew service channel. Okay. All right. So this is a little bit more serious. It's regarding Jon Stewart. There's a little bit talk about the Middle East. I'm gonna try to control what I said, because YouTube gave a guideline, or don't talk about certain things, death or whatever. So I will try my best not to mention some of these stuff. But I have a mindset of what I think is going on, and some of them, I think some of you have already heard my position on some of the things that I see is going on here. With that being said, let's go to my next list. This portion of my recording will be by itself, okay? If YouTube doesn't like it, I could just shut it down completely. All right, next tweet. Okay, I was talking about Middle East on the last one, and I took that portion out. Okay, next tweet. Okay, the squad are laughing. I usually ignore the royal vats, but I always savor a video of Christopher Wednesday's ship crying over how fast Harry get the F out of the island whenever he stopped by. So this one was actually yesterday. I didn't know if Harry was still in the UK or not, but I came across another a tweet not too long ago where, yeah, he's out. Let me see if I find it. Hold on a second. This will be the next tweet, where Prince Harry arrived at his African home, Lesotho. So this was posted today, but that one that I'm gonna read some of the comments here was yesterday. So how did Chris Chip know that Harry left? All right, this one is in French. Let's listen to this.
Pourquoi faire? Pourquoi faire?
Okay, that's in French, or a different language, I don't know. Did he leave already? Yep. Okay, so all these were yesterday. Okay, I want to see the Weekland blocked me years ago. Japo fan has the clip on her timeline. Who's Japo fan? Alright, she blocked me for some reason. Can you post them? Same thing, she blocked me too. I'm team Sussex squad. I don't understand why I'm blocked. Me too. There's that. So okay, a lot of things being repeated. Okay, after these, that's it. Delicious. All right, let's pause. Okay, I know Shipwreck is regretting his Taliban stunt. He literally destroyed his own reputation. ITV have to give him weeks off when the blowback started, and I believe his credentials to IG got revoked. Oh, I remember when he was in the Netherlands. He went to the game. They would not let him in. And some of the squad who went to the Netherlands took pictures of him being outside. He couldn't get into the event. The squad were laughing. Oh my God. I wonder if he had to talk to the US and UK officials. I don't know. Okay, I cringed. Taliban ship was outside again reporting on Prince Harry. He will never ever get close to Harry and his family. Interviewing the chef of the Taliban and putting Harry's family at risk was his downfall. That man has no self-respect, otherwise he would have given up. Oh, so he went to the well child. They didn't let him in. But they didn't know. They didn't know where the event was taking place though. There's that. That guy still talking about Harry and Meghan. What happened to Wednesday, and we'll speak of them again. That was the tweet where he said, "Comes Wednesday." I'm paraphrasing. He will not be talking about Harry and Meghan again, but yet he's chasing them. Okay, so let's go to this tweet now. So this one was posted today, 11:48 a.m. Okay, Prince Harry's arrived at his African home, Lesotho. Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal of the Mountain Kingdom of Lesotho, Princess Sanate Mary Mohato Sieso, with Prince Harry. There they are here. Had the pleasure of hosting the Duke of Sussex today for lunch. Yeah, they got his back. They got his back. There's that. And Harry knows. I mean, he's a smart man. He could sense people's there's more, right? It's the same clothes. Yep. Okay, Prince Harry has arrived in Southern Africa, where he had lunch with Princess Sanate Sieso of Lesotho 23, the niece of Prince Yoso, with whom he co-founded Center Bali. Okay, and honored to be with the Duke of Sussex. That's probably his family members. They probably princes too. That's nice. Very nice. I'll share this later. I didn't know these pictures were there. This is an ad. Okay, let's go to the next one. I have one more left. This one, I think it's a video. Okay, so that one I saw a couple days ago. I actually move it down. I'm not gonna go in the comment. I just want to you guys to listen to his video. It's 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, a tribute to Black women. This is so touching. Maybe I should let's just listen to it. Dear Black women. Okay, there will be a screenshot. Just listen.
I haven't been on TikTok for a bit, and I noticed everyone was tagging me in that whole Andrew Schultz thing about Black women. I'll make a different comment about Andrew Schultz and that little rat Akash thing, but I want to say something about Black women. And this was my mother, and I God is my witness right now. May the Lord strike me down if I'm lying. My mother told me and my siblings when we were young kids, before I remember it was when my older brother started secondary school. It was a big deal, my older brother going off to the big boy school, and my mum sat us down. She said, if you're ever in trouble out there in the real world, look for a Black woman. My mum said this. My mum was raised in this country from the age of 6, the UK. She said, look for a Black woman. She said, anywhere in the world, a Black woman will help you.
Wow.
She was never wrong. But it's incredible that my mother said that. And I don't know what my mum went through. But I remember seeing photos of my mum in school when she was in high school and stuff. And she had loads of Black friends and stuff. And they were all Black women. Because my mum wasn't a pick me. She only had female friends. And so she obviously felt some protection. And growing up for me, I noticed in my school, it was a very predominantly white school. The Black teachers looked out for me. I had a Black Jamaican teacher called Mrs. Forrester. She looked out for me. But even outside of school, when I started growing out my hair, it was a Black woman that taught me how to look after my curls, what products to use. It's Black women that built me up on this platform and got me to where I am. I have to give credit to where credit is due. It was women in general, but Black women specifically, who boosted me and told me how pretty I was and how great I was.
How pretty.
But I am trying to make a point here, and it's that Black women get treated the worst. The worst. Malcolm X said this. He goes, unfortunately, they are treated the worst. By the medical field, by the education field, by the police, by everything.
Let me pause for a second. There was one video during the height of COVID. I'll never forget that video. I might have shared it in one of my videos. This was a black doctor. A black doctor. She got COVID, and she was, for help and everything, they just put her on a stretcher and ignore her, and she passed. Couple times I'm walking on the street, my mind is on thinking about her, and I hope she's resting peacefully. I'll never forget that video. It's somewhere in one of my videos, probably on this channel. Yeah, so that crossed my mind again, but let's continue.
I give the most love. And for I saw what he said in that post, Andrew Schultz, and some comments, and it's sad, and it hurts my heart when I think of those things, because I'll tell you right now, it wasn't that long ago. My friend Jordan, who I love and boast about, Jordan's got these. Jordan's family is just. When I was homeless, and Jordan introduced me to his family, they treated me like I was one of them. They didn't even care. They were just like, they treat me like family. It didn't feel awkward. When you go over to someone's house and you just sat in the corner for a bit, it didn't feel like that. And I know not all black people are the same. Obviously, I know that. But there's one thing that black people universally have, and that is that beautiful smile and beautiful love that they just give out. But I'm telling you, it's a special feeling. I remember going to Jordan's once, and I was just heartbroken. His family just welcomed me, and they were like, "Where's the?" You know what? You know what his family said to me? They go. Oh, we've got a plate ready for you. And then Jordan's cousin just looks me up and then goes, "You're still skinny, boy." And I was just like, "Right, well, yeah, I know I'm home." No, I can't sit and not make a comment on this, because no, and I know I made a post months ago about black men, but yeah, and go look through history. Go look at what Nina Simone did. Go look at what Doreen Lawrence, Stephen Lawrence's mother, did. Go look at what Betty Shabazz did. These people are just incredible, and we don't give credit where credit is due. We really don't. And I think nowadays we're living in this world where if someone's pretty, we give them credit. Credit for what? They were just born beautiful, but we don't look at the person's soul. We don't look at who. We don't look at what people can attribute to life. If we did, we would give Mary C. Cole a huge statue. So that's my 2 cents, and I hope just thank you, and yeah, and thank you to the specific thank you to the Jamaican community, because there was this Jamaican woman who helped my grandmother, and that's a different story, and just black women in general. Thank you for everything you've done for me, for everything you've done for my family, and for everything you've done for our people. My people wouldn't have survived in the UK if it weren't for black people standing up for us, coming to the protest for us, protesting with the bus rallies for us. Yeah, I know my history. So thank you.
Okay, so that's that. I'm sorry I had to put it in screenshots, okay? I don't want to go to the comments. I know I need to stop the video. This is my last one. And I see a LOL. I think it's one of the squads. Because Harry's in Africa, they're laughing about it. He didn't stop wait too long in the UK. You mean to tell me Harry then spent a quarter of a night in Crusty Island, and he is back home in South Africa with his brother Sioso? There's the laugh here. So bad teeth pulled that stunt with attention seeker for nothing, because now his but media outlet are about to focus on Harry and not him. Harry and Meghan. Oh, so he went out. That's the thing I didn't want to share with you. The other brother who, oh my God, the squad were, it's so, I mean, if I was that mean, if I wanted to humiliate them to the level they already been humiliated, I would have shared some of the things that I was seeing and the comments that it was brutal. But I'll take the higher road, because I try my best not to mention egg on my channel after the stupid things I know the squad was telling me stop talking about them when the missing was apparently not missing, but I was trying to take the high road. So Okay, if I didn't see that video, I would not know. Okay, because I saw this tweet before I saw the one I'm making reference to. I'm not gonna share it because he's out there trying to take a wheel out of a car, and he can't even do that. I mean, I don't know. And then on the next clip, I saw him with that other guy with full of tattoo, who's trying to get a knighthood. That's what I heard the squad said, allegedly. So he went out thinking that Harry was still in the country, but Harry did his thing and left. Oh my God. He need a purpose. Harry told him what he needs to do. Harry literally told them what he needs to do. Oh my God. All the other brother needs to do, go watch that video that Harry did with Melody Hobson at the Obama Summit. Okay? YouTube channel. Harry literally explained everything. So many times I'm bringing that video up because it's making reference to that. From when Harry was a working royal, before Meghan was into the picture. Or maybe slightly, I don't know if they were in the picture. Was it in 2016? He did the Obama Summit. I don't remember the date. Okay? Harry literally telling how the model, the blueprint, find your passion, bring people together, and all of this. Harry literally telling them that this is what they need to do.
I mean, why do you have to be? You could have done it the same way. You could have had 200 charities and been a patron of them. I mean, no one would have thought any different.
No, but if you end up working individually for, let's say, 200 charities, in today's world, I think that kind of dilutes the impact that you can have. What our foundation is all about and what our platform is all about is encouraging people to come together, to work together, so that there's less competition within that sector, whether it's financially or otherwise, and saying, right, guys, you're doing the same thing. Please, let's get around a table, talk to each other, work it out, and come up with a long-term strategy.
But doesn't this seem obvious? Like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created, with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity?
My motto is exactly that. Why another charity? Our foundation is not another charity. We're not trying to take up any more space. I think we all agree that the charity sector is quite full at the moment. But as I said, what we're trying to do is use our platform to be able to bring people together to affect change. What we do have is a unique ability to be able to put our name and everything that comes with to a really good purpose, to a really good cause. And as I said, there are many organizations out there that have never come together and that would never sit around a table and discuss the topic of which they're all involved with, but we've proven that. We've made that possible.
So in some ways, you're leveraging your name, it seems to me. Does this create something very, very unique to you and your brother and sister-in-law, in that you can get these people to come together and talk to each other? Because working together is hard.
Yeah, well, it's hard working together as a family. It's hard working together. And it's hard working together when you are scrapping for the same money within the same sector, as a lot of people know. But through some of the initiatives that we've created, Invictus Games, as an example, that brought together 10, 12 different service charities to be able to share expertise, share knowledge, share experience, specifically around mental health, so that they were all standardization across the board to make sure that whatever the best practice was, everybody was sharing that. And therefore, if there's a wounded soldier that's left the forces, that's been lost in amongst the chaos of everything else, if they stick their head above the parapet and they go to Help for Heroes, one of the charities in the UK, if that's not for them, like you go to your supermarket, everybody chooses the supermarket that they want to go to. It's the same with the charity sector. And if you've got 101 choices to choose from, every single person is uniquely wired, and therefore their cure or their fix will be specific to them. But what we're able to do is bring everybody together once again around a table and say, right, you're now part of a group, you're part of something, and therefore anybody that comes in gets the opportunity or the option of 12 of you rather than one of you. And therefore, for us, early intervention, where possible, is definitely the key. Impact is definitely has to be the priority. None of us want to spend the rest of our lives connected to charities of which we're just making people's lives better. Far rather identify a problem and try and fix it before it becomes an even bigger problem.
So when you come at it from that perspective, is there a vetting process for what you decide to do, or is it these are just particular areas of interest to one or all of you?
I think it depends on our background, on our passions of what we're really interested in.
Do people pitch you
sense,
ideas?
There has to be that connection. Sorry?
Do people pitch you ideas?
Yeah, there's plenty of ideas pitched, but taking it back to the mental health thing, that was luck of the timing. There was an issue that needed to be talked about, probably needed to be talked about many, many years ago. But I reckon 10 years ago, if that discussion had happened, or we'd started that campaign, or anybody else had started that campaign, never would have succeeded. But the fact is, the success of that campaign was built on the need within the United Kingdom, and the fact that every single person in the United Kingdom was ready for that conversation. And all of a sudden, once you normalize that topic, that discussion, everybody started to realize, wow, not only do I know other people that have suffered, I might have suffered as well. And then once that becomes normalized, then all of a sudden you realize that actually more people have tasted a mental health issue to a certain extent than haven't.
Right.
That's the tipping point of which we're at the moment. But as I said, the success wasn't based on us. The success was based on the fact that everybody was ready for the conversation.
So I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but I just want to ask just practically. So let's just say that comes to you. It has these unique characteristics where you can see the need, you can see the ability to leverage, you can see how lending your name and reputation to this will elevate an issue that is very important, whose moment has come. Do you vote? Do the three of you sit down and say, I'm in or I'm out? Or
it's still a young organisation. I mean, our first grant was in 2012, I think it was, actually with these guys. But so yeah, we're still very much in the infancy years as such. But what we're trying to do is we want to prove the model in different sectors, and then once we've proven it, then we want to expand it. And there's no point in doing it otherwise, because what's the point in being involved in something unless you know that you're succeeding to a certain extent, if you know what I mean?
Right. So, what was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was this?
So that's
Whose idea was this? I mean, who was it? You or Prince William or
the Royal Foundation?
Yeah.
Can't even remember.
Instead of making some fake stuff. But anyway, no wonder why the squad were laughing. There's no reason for me to go into it, to share it with you. Okay, so let me see. My notification is blanking. Let me see what it is, if it's something to share with you. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop this video and I'm gonna do some video for our Port of Pure service. Okay, I'm seeing some stuff here that's worth sharing. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.